So I started off with a stripe of gold blocks around the outside, and this is actually 1.5 times as tall as it is wide. So one of the things that I find a lot of people get wrong when they're building pyramids is they build it 1-to-1. So it goes up and then across and then up and across. So what I've done is actually up 1 across and then up 2 and across. And so that gives the proportions a lot more closely resembling the pyramids of Egypt, which, let's be honest, those are the only real pyramids. Yes, I know there's the pyramids in the Mesoamerica, but I'm using moss here because I want it to look the same from above and below, look good, and I only had 1 block thickness. So unfortunately we've got to get rid of these ink farms, and as well as the central drowned farm. But I made sure to get many shulkers of ink sacks, so I don't need any more for the rest of the season. I was going to have to reconstruct this one anyway because it was built slightly off-center. This was a great design by Golden Helmet, and I used it for all of the drown farms. And then building up to the top, it does match up. I may or may not have made a mistake on one of these, I don't remember which one, but it didn't quite match up, so I had to tear it down and then restart. Black stained glass is meant to represent solar panels, though I don't know, I just kind of like it the way it is. I've got some plans for how it's working, but I'm really just designing it as I go. So I'll design a little bit in creative and then go, yep, that looks good, figure out the heights of all the things, proportions and all that, and then I just kind of sort of wing it. So there's been much editing and fixing and bringing it back, but yeah. So it's going to be the same on all 4 sides, at least from the outside. I'm going to be doing like organic trees and gardens and all that sort of stuff, because this is more a elvish solar punk sort of build, and so I think the differences are going to come from the organics. I think I ended up using like 20 shulkers of glass for this section, just for these walls. And yes, I've got orange frog lights, the ochre frog lights everywhere. That's kind of for spawn proofing, and also because it looks amazing at night. Get a sense of the scale of this thing. So each of those sides are 240 blocks, and my phone where I use to record these long shots, it only goes up to a render distance of 18, which is why you can't really see the far side too well when I'm doing these long shots. But hopefully it shows up okay. Realistically, I just want the front part to be shown. So that's it for the walls. And then Tanya was taking down an entire mesa biome because, you know, one can never have enough terracotta. I think she actually sells the terracotta. But it's also for Bang Boom's railway, which I've done a whole lot of iron for. So we spent a couple of hours just tearing down this whole thing. But with a beacon, it's fun to smash a whole lot of terracotta. You can see in the distance there's that emerald beacon that was down inside the mountain when she started. And then I provided the iron beacon. A good day was had by all.